And we are live. Hey there, Hobby Warriors. Thanks for checking out the stream. So today we're going to be working on the Askurgan Trueblades Death Soulblight Gravelord Warband for Warcry by Games Workshop. So the Rotmire Creed guys that I was working on last time, I've left those to like super dry. Make sure those oils were definitely dry. So they've almost been sitting for about a week. I'm probably going to do their bases tomorrow or Saturday. If anybody's interested in watching me go through my basing process with the Luke's Geek Gaming Scenics base ready mixes, let me know. I'll definitely be more than happy to do that on camera. But yeah, so my first warband is practically done. We're working on the second one so that I can start learning how to play the game and get some videos out and share with all of you. So with the Askurgan Trueblades, I've gone ahead and primed everything, and then I painted the Curse Blood here kind of as a color test to kind of figure out how I wanted to do things. And so bear in mind that these are just the base coats, so there's still going to be some oil washing and a little bit of highlighting that'll be done to bring this to a finished state. But it's primarily contrast paint over a zenithal prime. So not quite slap chop. I didn't go all the way up to white in the highlights. It's just black all over with gray from 45 degrees, and then contrast paints on everything except for the robes. That's all Vallejo, sort of like traditional layer painting, and then the metallics, and then the eyes. I went with a neon yellow, which I thought had a pretty cool effect. So, yeah. So with this guy, we'll probably. Oh, so I should mention, Marco Frizzoni released a video today where he painted this exact same warband, and I got some ideas from him that I want to implement. So I'll be doing some oil washing over the skin, not today. Today is just the base coats, but I'll be doing some oil washing over the skin and then some oil highlights. And then I don't know, I might go in and do some extra work on the robes. I'm a little hesitant because I've already got the skin done, and the way he was showing to do the robes, he did them primarily via airbrush to airbrush in magenta shadows and yellow highlights, and it looks freaking amazing. Um, but yeah, this is sort of quick and dirty. I want it to look good, but I'm also, kind of worried about speed. So this is primarily what we're going for. The non-cursed bloods won't have quite so much brown in their skin tone. We're going to go pretty gaunt for the feel, but this is kind of what we're going for. I was really happy with the way the come on, the glazing on the hands and the feet, going from purple, actually, kind of pink in the highlights, purple, some deeper crimson, and then fading that into the rest of the skin. I was pretty pleased with that. But like I said, all the other vampires, they're going to be a little bit more gaunt and pale. So yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get this started. I am using my trusty wet palette, And so I'm thinking what I want to do first, some of the minis have this underrobe. And I'm a big believer in that painting from the inside out. So that way you can kind of be messy as you're going through your steps. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with that inner robe. And for that, we're going to go ahead and use Blood Angel's red contrast. And we're just going to go straight from the pot for this. Now, bear with me. I've got a new camera setup going, so hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit better. But it's also going to be awkward for me to paint like this, so bear with me. Yeah, so as you can see, because we're doing this first, it's inevitable that you're going to get some of this red paint on things that aren't supposed to be red. And so by doing this first, that's okay. You can clean up the mistakes without extra work as you continue through the process. So we just want to make sure that we've got even coverage on that underskirt. Oh, and if the music is too loud or you can't hear it or something's wrong with the audio, please let me know. Hey there, coach. How's it going? Which one was your ex? The cursed blood or this vampire I'm holding? They actually have a couple of female vampires in the warband. Come on, focus. The cursed one. Hilariously, I do think that model is female. In a rare move from Games Workshop, I guess when she hulked out, her shirt ripped off. Chris, can you let me know, is the music coming through okay? Like, is the audio levels, are they good? Oh, the music's not coming through? Uh, let's see. I'm slowly cranking it up. If you still don't hear it, um, crap. Audio channel's not off. Let's see. Hey there. Okay. Here, I will crank it just a little bit more. So it's right now I have it at negative 20 dB, and my voice is at like negative 3.5. I do need to figure out a way where like I can hear my audio mix. Okay, sweet. Thanks, man. Guess I just had it down too low. Yeah, so once I'm done knocking out these guys, I will be working on all of the terrain from the Heart of Gur set, which that's going to be interesting. You've got these sort of like carnivorous man-eating trees. So you've got this sort of like Death World forest thing going on, and then you've also got sort of Aztec-like, barricades and stonework and stuff. But a lot of earth tones. I should be able to pound through that pretty quick. I'm hoping take care of that with a lot of airbrush work, maybe some rattle cans. You know what? I do not have a problem modding you. I don't know how to do that on YouTube though. I won't look into that right now, but next time I'll give you mod powers once I figure out how to do that. And then mercifully, this guy does not have an undercloak, so we don't need to worry about him. Next up, let's work on skin. So we're gonna use Rakarth Flesh to base this. Oh, smacking lights. He's cracking jokes. He wants to be the mod of two people. I need to thin that down a little bit more. Oh, awesome. I will try to be more wholesome. Both. So I purchased the Streamlabs Ultra subscription, so it'll let me stream to multiple platforms at once. Fairly solid coverage of this. So I'm going to go ahead and give it 2 coats. Yeah, man, thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, the other half was getting on me about doing more on Twitch. And then I figured out how you could do both at the same time, so. Is that his neck or is that armor? I think that's armor. So I use tons of different paints actually. The I'd say the biggest brands that I use. So there's Citadel, which this is the exact paint I'm currently using. But then I will also use Vallejo. They do a lot of paints for like scale modeling, and then I'll use some oil paints like standard artist oil paints, Winsor Newton. What else? God, there's specially like modeling paints and pigments from AK Interactive, Ammo by Mig, Army Painter, lots of different brands. This project, they'll primarily be Citadel and Vallejo, and then some Winsor Newton oils. And I think that's pretty solid coverage. Yeah, no worries. The stupid camera. I might have to manually take control of the focus. Yeah, that looks good. So it was actually kind of funny. So when these guys were getting teased leading up to the big release, like all of the information that Games Workshop was putting out about them, like their lore and everything, kind of made them sound like they might have been like, you know, good guys that just happened to have been turned into vampires, and you know they resented it, and you know, like they did what they needed to do to survive, but you know, they didn't enjoy, you know, being vampires and hurting people and everything. Then come to find out, when you get the full details when they get released, they're essentially evil Shaolin vampire monks. So like they're all about not eating people, like they subsist on monsters and everything. But to prove that they don't like eating people, they'll torture people and then sit in the room and then just kind of clap each other on the back. And they're like, yeah, I managed not to eat that guy. Oh crap, that was armor. And I painted its skin. Oh well. We'll just have to fix that later. Hi there, Stacy. That's all his skin done. So this set is 8 models, and one of them I've already gotten done. So this guy. So just working on 7 of them today, and this is sort of phase 1, and I'll probably do phase 2 over the weekend and get them finished. Right, I think that's skin for that guy done. For the base coats on these 8 guys, oh god, I've already been gone for 40 minutes. I'm hoping maybe, we'll call it another hour and a half. I am not trying to have this take 40 hours. And then over the weekend, maybe another 2 hours, which in, terms of models per hour, that's actually really, really fast. I'm planning on cutting a lot of corners to kind of speed this up. So a lot of miniature painting, like a lot of people will just stick to acrylic paint, which because of the properties of it, like if you want to do a really really good job, you have to do like multiple super thin layers in order to like do things like blending and whatnot, and that'll take forever. There are legit, some really awesome artists who might take like 60 hours to paint one model. And I mean, it'll look amazing. Like, you won't even want to pick it up because you'd be scared of, ruining the paint job. Um, but there are ways you could shortcut that by using different types of paint. So that's primarily what I'm doing. I do my base coats in acrylic, and then I use oils and enamels over top and kind of take advantage of the chemistry. Models per hour, yes, it is, Chris. If it's not, I will petition to have that added. So yeah, the different types of paint, and even if you wanted to stay with acrylics, like there's additive products that you can, add to your paint to make them behave like an oil or an enamel paint, like extend the drying time and so forth. So there's lots of ways you can go about doing this. Oils are just super easy to mix up and use really quick, though. Whereas when you start playing around with additives, like you really have to be careful about your ratios and mixing things properly, and it can all be a hassle. Yeah, man. For this game in particular, Warcry, the second edition starter box is called Heart of Gur. Um, it's technically out of print. Um, like it was a limited run sort of thing, and you could still find it on the third party market. So if you've got hobby shops, so for instance, Miniature Market is really close to you guys. They probably still have it in stock. Now, everything that was in that starter box, they still sell like separately. The rule book, the miniatures, the dice, all of that stuff, the paints. You can still get everything. It's just not all bundled together from the official Games Workshop website. But yeah, and then they have expansion boxes. So with this game system, like every quarter, they'll make an expansion box that'll have two of these warbands and some terrain and a board, and it won't have. Gur is spelled Ghur. Oh my god. I'm not going to be able to get that out of my head, man. Like, Heart of Gur. So yeah, so they have, some of the products I wouldn't recommend that you fork out money for. So, for instance, the rulebook, they actually have it for free in PDF format, so you don't need to buy the hard copy rulebook. And the custom dice, they look cool, but they're really just, six-sided dice. So you could buy cheap six-sided dice elsewhere and not pay for overpriced custom dice. But the miniatures are super cool. The paints are really good. Yeah, I highly recommend it. And in a couple of weeks, once I uh, get all the stuff painted up, I'll do like a learn how to play sort of video where I actually teach myself how to play the game. Um, so stay tuned for that. They have tons of different warbands, so if there's any sort of fantasy trope that kind of floats your boat, they have everything. So, like, these guys are Shaolin monk vampires. They have sort of standard fantasy vampires, all the undead stuff, skeletons and zombies and all of that. You've got orcs, goblins, humans, elves of different stripes, woodland creatures, evil humans. They have pretty much everything. Lizard men. I think that's almost pretty good on this guy. Give his face another coat. Oh, wait. I forgot his hand. Yeah, so Games Workshop, like, their products are expensive relative to, their competitors' options on the market. But hands down, they make the best plastic miniatures, like, in the world. And have for a very long time. think that guy's skin's good. And actually, in a medium that might be a little bit more familiar with, if you wanted to just kind of like learn about the lore and everything, there's a PC game, Total War Warhammer 3, which it's not the Age of Sigmar setting. It was the previous setting, Warhammer Fantasy, and it's like a mass real-time strategy battle game, like with a whole campaign system. But it'll kind of get you familiar with all of the themes and everything. Plus, the game is just flipping awesome. I'll actually probably do some streams of that in the near future. Yeah, it's on Steam. Oh, Eternal Crusade. So Eternal Crusade is dead, which kind of sucks. It was honestly, it was supposed to be like Planet Side. If you ever played that, only like Warhammer and way better. And for whatever reason, the company just wasn't able to deliver. Um, and eventually they shut it down. Now, if you wanted the sci-fi stuff, though, oh God, what company was it? I think it was THQ released it. Warhammer Space Marine, and the sequel Space Marine 2 is getting ready to come out. That game was awesome. It was like a third person, just kind of hack and slash. Um, but yeah, that game was amazing. Yeah, I can't wait for the sequel on that one. That's pretty good for him. Alright, skin on 2 more people. Might not seem like it, but this is fairly good progress. After the skin, just really only got 3 more major components, so the outer robes, the shoulder armor, and then the hip armor, and then a couple of small details. So we're actually making good time here. Yep, no worries. Speaking of eating, the stream is brought to you by Hot Wings, because that's what I had for late lunch. Yeah, I had Hot Wings for lunch. I like my food spicy. So I will go blazing. The only type of food where I won't go like crazy with the heat is if you find like an authentic Thai place and you tell them spicy, they try to kill you. So Thai, I'll go with a nice medium, but anywhere else, give me as hot as you can make it. This one's a little tricky, as her midriff is exposed to the eye, but kind of hidden behind the staff. So trying to get your brush in here is going to be fun. This is part of why we do that paint from the inside out methodology, because I can afford to get the skin tone all over the place right now, because everything else doesn't have color on it already. We'll just naturally neaten that up as we go along with the other colors. Okay, yeah. I'm definitely curious about that. So Jamaicans eat and cook with a lot of Scotch bonnet, and I've actually got, thanks to my fiance's mom, bottled pureed Scotch bonnet pepper sauce. Anytime she sends us a care package, there's always a bottle of it in there. So yeah, I'm curious, man. Alright. That should do it for the skin. Alright, so now we're going to have a little fun and make a custom metallic color. So for this, we're going to mix two paints, Achillean Green and Ironbreaker. I'll actually show my palette for this. And we're going to do this on all of the chest and armor plates. Welcome back. Oh, the music's low? We'll crank that up just a little bit more. How's that? Oh crap, I changed the font size on my chat box widget and it just nuked chat history. I saw somebody new had popped in there. I was trying to make it bigger so I could read the name, but inadvertently killed chat. But hey there, how's it going? Let me see if refreshing helps. Okay, well, new messages are coming through. Alright. Was your character a Shaolin monk vampire? This guy still has more metallics, but I think the ceremonial blades I'm going to do on a pure silver to set them off from the sort of turquoise lacquered armor. Oh, that's cool, Elamodra. Do you paint them? Hey there, Cleffle. Yes, I am. Yep, we're getting the base coats down on the Askurgan Trueblades. And hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be ready to teach myself how to play the game, and this will be one of the warbands I'll be using. It'll be these and the Rotmire Creed. Wow. Thank you. So you literally came in the house, called me a nerd, logged into my stream, and then called me a nerd. Okay. Just wanted to double check. Says the weeb to the wargamer. Who said what? Says shadow screen merge. Yeah, coach, yeah, it is. What happened to the straws?
I don't know. We just fall into a vortex during the
So it's this. I wish I could say it's a running joke, but it actually happens. Anytime she goes through a drive-through and grabs drinks, the straws disappear into a black hole. No. Cool. Yeah, they do. The straws out here are super weird. Like, if you don't drink your drink fast enough, it turns to mush. Oh, little studio update while I'm thinking about it. I am in the process of setting up a Discord server for the channel, so that'll be coming soon. It's technically already created. I'm just setting up permissions and whatnot. So I'll probably send that out over the weekend. I missed some of that guy's chest. Oh, nice. Yeah, I will get the invite out to you. Well, since I know where you work, I'll probably just message you tomorrow. I don't mind if you're in there a little early, Coach. How many more do I have to paint? So I've got shoulder armor on 2 more people. Then I have to do everybody's robes. Then I have to do everybody's weapons. And one guy has like a fur jacket. So actually might not get through all of this tonight. I am a notoriously slow painter, and I am not good at estimating how long things will take me, which is actually the reason why I have never done commissions. So I think what I might do is just get through all of the shoulder armor, and then we'll hit pause, and I'll do a little bit more tomorrow. I refuse to let this take 40 hours. And I just ran that guy's face. just do a couple of touch-ups. Is this the guy I needed to fix his face? Yeah. Let's see here. We'll give this guy one more coat, and then we'll call it good for the night. This one's a little too late. Want that turquoise to be pretty vibrant. Because when I move on to the oil paints over the weekend, it'll darken it down a little bit. Yeah, so acrylic paint dries super quick, especially when you're painting in really thin layers, like I am. So, like, that'll be dry to the touch usually within a minute or two. Oil paints, though, those, God. anywhere from 2 days to a week, depending on the brand and how much oil they use to suspend the pigment. But no, acrylics dry super fast, which has its ups and downs. But I'm going to call it quits for the night. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. I am going to start streaming. Actually, I'll just put it out there and say 3 o'clock Pacific time to hold myself accountable. And we'll finish up the base paints on the, or base coats on these guys rather. For anybody new, make sure you. Oh no, not 2 weeks. Like 7 days max. If you're new here, if you're over on Twitch, hit. Oh god, what's the Nightbot command? !social. Will give you the Instagram, the YouTube, everything is just JTS Wargaming. Again, Discord coming soon. I'll have that out over the weekend. And until then, hope you all stay safe and happy, and have a good night.